All right, we're good to go. Give me a second here to get all set up. We want to get the join link out in case we do get somebody wanting to come out and say hello. And that should be this one right here. All right, so we should be good to go. Let's double check. I'm not hearing action back here. Looks like we had an early injury. DJ Reader. That's a big one. And he's going to miss 2 games, guys. That is the nose tackle 6 for Cincinnati. That's a big injury right out of the gate. All right, let me make sure the volume's up and everybody's hearing me okay. Indeed they are. Validated with my new cell phone. All right, so we are looking live in Cincinnati, Browns at Bengals. And like I said, we are just a couple plays in, 2nd and 9, and an injury to DJ Reader. And DJ Reader is a nose tackle 6. He has no blitz rating, but that's not what he's there for. So he will be missed sorely up the middle. Nick Chubb going right at the replacement. Linebacker up the middle. Pick up a 5, and it's going to be 3rd down and 4 for Cleveland. Let's get the card image up here. Cleveland with the opening possession of the game and their first opportunity on the 3rd down. 2 tight end set. Defense calls run it is. Chubb up the middle. He needs 4 into a run defense rated excellent. And Chubb on his own card is stuffed. Tackle on the play by Logan Wilson makes it 4th and 4. And looks like a 3 and out. As Bajorquez coming out for the punt for Cleveland. And a boomer. 76-yard punt on Snake Eyes. That is 2 yards deep. So a little bit too strong, and I assume we're going to get a downed ball. We do indeed, and the Bengals will begin their first possession at the 12:36 mark, 1st and 10 at the 20. The Bengals are coached by Jeff Winlet, and the Browns are coached by Dan Marin. The Bengals as well come out in a 2 tight end set. Joe Mixon, the tailback. Giants and Eagles are on deck. Kickoff scheduled for approximately 7 minutes. The Browns are going to show a 4-2-5 defense. We'll see if he wants to pull that linebacker in to, or that extra safety in to cover that empty look-in zone here. I guess is run, and it's a good call defensively. Off tackle Joe Mixon, and on his card, he's shut down. 2nd and 10. Nice call there by Coach Dan Marin. Browns come into the game with the 11th rated defense. Come in with the 20th rated defense, giving up 361.8 yards per game. Bengals on offense, ranked 5th at 393.6. And on 2nd and 10, back to pass, looking short, and that's good. T. Higgins, 1st down yardage. Looked like they caught the defense guessing run again. And T. Higgins found it on his wrong column. 1st down yardage out to the 32 now. So Burrow completes his first pass of the game. We expect he'll be doing more of those. Same formation from both teams here. Safety comes up to cover the look-in, long zone empty. It's going to be a run up the middle. Defense was guessing pass, but Mixon right up the middle. And on the defensive card, he's going to pick up 5. 2nd down and 5 at the 37. Tonight's games feature the 3 seed in the AFC and the 2 seed in the NFC. And a couple of teams working around the playoff bubble, matching up against them. Joe Mixon is out. Samaje Perine in on this 2nd and 5. Still out of the 2 tight end set. And here's an off-tackle run. Samaje Perine, he's got good yardage, 6 and a 1st down. That one again on the defensive card. Move the sticks. Bengals out to the 43. Mentioned we should expect to see a lot of Burrow passes tonight. He leads the USFFL in pass yardage. With 3,961 yards passing. Here's a quick slant over the middle and incomplete. Pass intended for Hayden Hurst, the tight end. He was saved, a -4 reading on his card because the pass was over the middle. Second down. Mixon back into the game. Still out of the two tight ends set for the Bengals. Chase and Higgins split out wide. Burrow back to pass. Defense is looking pass short, and it's going to be caught. Hayden Hurst has it, and that's brought down right at the sticks. First down yardage, pick up a 10. Now into Cleveland territory at the 47-yard line. First down run up the middle to Joe Mixon. And Mixon on his card has his only short gain, and he caught it. On the 9, that's a pickup of 15. Good yardage for Mixon. Brought down at the 32 by Grant Delpit. And it's 1st and 10 there. Now into field goal range. Evan McPherson with a good leg. He's got a lot of range, but the 2 through 10 automatic, he needs to get another 10 yards down at the 22. Cleveland defense is rated average against the pass and poor against the run. That'll challenge convention for Coach Jeff Wendlandt, who ranks 32nd with his Bengals in rush yardage. They have clearly established themselves as a passing team. Mixon is out, and Samaje Perine back in at tailback. Here's a little dump pass, left side, no linebacker there, and that's the difference. Pick up a 13, Mitchell Cox. Snags it in the empty zone and grabs first down yardage, brought down by Greg Newsome. Bengals now into the red zone. 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 19-yard line. That frees up the safety. Browns will stay in the 4-2-5. Joe Mixon, tailback in a 2 tight end set. Second drive of the game. First one for Cincinnati, still scoreless. And here's a little dump pass over the middle, button hook to Joe Mixon, empty zone there. And with a result of receiver Mixon, a terrible roll on his car, going to get just 2 yards. Joe Mixon. Flat pass wrong. Empty zone. Other than the incompletion, +2 was as bad as it gets. So 2nd and 8 on a bad receiver roll for Mixon. Quarterback Denzel Ward on the tackle. Bengals won the first game between these two teams, 26-17. 2nd and 8. Here's a run off tackle to Mixon. Defense called run for the Bengals, so nice call there. I should say for the Browns, Dan Marin. But it goes to the defensive card and a 5-yard pickup as Mixon with a 6 on the white die beats the defensive tackle. Jordan Elliott could not make the play, and it's 3rd down and 3 now at the Cleveland 12. So flat pass still an option here. Browns missed their only third down attempt on their opening possession. Bengals now with their first one. The difference is the Bengals have it in the red zone. Two tight end set. It's Pirine at tailback instead of Mixon. Safety is up close now, showing blitz on third down for Cleveland. Defense looking pass. It's a pitch out, and it's going around the right edge. Samaje Pirine needs 3. He wants it on his card, but it goes to the defensive card, and that's going to be exactly 3 yards and a first down, and a personal foul on top of that. So stack on a little more. Mark off half the distance, and the Bengals now first and goal at the Cleveland 4-yard line. Sixth first down of this drive for Cincinnati. Mixing in their 2 tight end set. The safety for Cleveland once again showing blitz. Here's an off-tackle run to Mixon. And on his card, he's brought down right away. Good call by Coach Dan Marin. Guess and run. Second and goal at the 4. Cincy walking up once again with the 2 tight end set. Mixon, the lone tailback. Safety showing blitz again out of the 4-2-5 for Cleveland. Here's a pitch out. Joe Mixon going for the edge. Defense calls run again. And on Mixon's card, brought down one more time. Chase Winovich with a big tackle to make it third and goal at the 4. Winovich in there for the injured Jadeveon Clowney. I'd have to look, but I'm pretty sure Cleveland's had their share of injuries this year. Little shout out to my good friend Dan Marin there. Third and goal at the 4. Full house backfield now. Pirine and Mixon are the tailbacks in that set. 4-2-5 showing blitz from Cleveland. And I would guess he's got to at least get a couple yards here down to the 2 if he's going to go for it. The key is on Mixon. It's a pitch out. Samaje Pirine. So the defense calls the wrong back. It goes to the offensive card, and Pirine right into the end zone. 4-yard touchdown scamper for Samaje Pirine. And on the 14th play of the drive, the Bengals are in. Evan McPherson, the extra point is up and good. And at the 5:42 mark of the first quarter, the Bengals on top at home, 7-0. Ensuing kickoff is a touchback. So Cleveland begins again at their 25. Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. Brissett having a very good year, as is the tailback, Nick Chubb. Cleveland out of the 2 tight end set. Coach Winlet has his Cincy defense in the 3-4. Defense looking pass, but it's off tackle. Chubb on his card, and just to pick up a 3. Dangerous card, but not a great roll. Second down and 7. We mentioned Jacoby Brissett having a good year for Dan Marin, ranking 4th in the USFFL with a 96.7 QB rate. Making the most of defenses that are probably focused heavily on Nick Chubb. Little dump pass left side. There is a linebacker in zone. The target is Amari Cooper. And there's a yak opportunity for Cooper, and it's going to be a total of 6 yards on that play. Just not quite enough. Third down and 1. Browns were 3 and out on their opening drive. In danger of that happening again. Big 3rd and 1 here from their 34. And despite the run situation, they've split out 3 wide receivers now. Anthony Schwartz in as the slot receiver. The Bengals will stay in the 3-4. And the defense calls run. It's a sneak. Brissett over the middle. And he is brought down short. No gain for Brissett. And the Browns are pushed to a decision. 4th and 1 at their own 34. I know I'd punt, but I'd hate every second of it. Let's see what Dan has in mind. It's early, but he's going to go for it. He does have 5-6-6 up the middle as far as run blocking. He's going to go 2 tight end formation. Browns with a big 4th and 1 at their 34. Chubb the single setback. 3-4 here from the Bengals. Defense guesses pass. It is. Quick slant. There's a linebacker in zone. The tight end, Njoku, is who the target is. And he's got the catch and a first down. Gutsy call, Dan Marin. Credit to Coach Wendlandt on defense, who on 4th and 1 didn't make the obvious call. Stuck with a pass call. Even had a 6-rated linebacker in zone. But the Browns in short yardage convert on 4th down. 1st and 10 now at their own 38. So, high leverage play there. First down run up the middle. Nick Chubb. Cincy defense looking pass, but just a pick of a 4 as it did go to the defensive card, and Bengals had a linebacker in that zone. 2nd and 6 now. Chubb 5 carries, 13 yards, so not off to a fast start here for Cleveland. Two tight ends in again for Cleveland, Njoku and Harrison Bryant. Nick Chubb gets the handoff again, and right at the middle he goes. Defense looking run, and looks like they're going to get 6 yards and a first down. And for the first time in the game, chalk that one up to the absence of DJ Reader. 4 on the white die. Only good enough to beat a 0-rated nose. And with the DJ Reader hurt in the first series of this game, that resulted in 6 yards and a first down for Chubb. Browns now from their own 48. Still in a 2 tight end set. Bengals matching up with an excellent rated run defense. Bengals looking run, but here's a little dump pass. Left side, Amari Cooper in the flat. And that's going to be a nice catch and run. Cooper's got first down yardage across midfield and all the way down to the 36-yard line of Cincinnati. First down for Cleveland there, already in field goal range at a 2 through 6 and 12. That goes out to the 41 for Cade York. Jacoby Brissett with his first 3 passes completed tonight. 2 of them to Amari Cooper. And right back to Amari Cooper on the hitch, but he's double teamed by the safety. 2 men in zone here. Great call by the Cincinnati defensive coach, Jeff Wendlandt. Goes to the defensive card, and that's incomplete. So an excellent call by Jeff Wendlandt. Puts the Browns at 2nd and 10. Keeping our eye for the kickoff of Eagles at Giants. Browns out of the 2 tight end set yet again. Bengals stay in the 3-4. And there's a pitch out. Chubb's going for the edge. Defense looking run again. So another good call there by Wendlandt on defense. And that's going to be just a 1-yard gain, as it did go to the defensive card. But Bengals had a linebacker in zone there as well. So 3rd down and 9. Chubb 7 carries, just 20 yards. Nick Chubb 3rd in the USFFL right now with 257 carries coming into the game. On 3rd and 9, the Browns split out 3 wide receivers. Schwartz back in as the slot. Jeff Wendlandt puts his defense back in the nickel now. Defense looking pass, but here comes a draw up the middle. Chubb trying to get 9. If he wants that 1st down, he's going to need a short gain. To the defensive card it goes, and it's going to be a nice 7-yard pickup as center Ethan Posick able to make the block, and the Browns now facing a 4th and 2 at the Cincy 28. From right there, that's a 2 through 8 and 12 field goal. And he is aggressive once again, as Cleveland's going to go for 4th down on the 2nd time this drive. 4th and 2 at the Cincy 28. And once again on 4th down, they choose to split out 3 wide receivers. Schwartz out of the slot. Cooper and Peoples-Jones are split out wide. Bengals out of the 3-4. Big 4th down play call here. Defense looking run. Dump pass. Left side is going to the slot receiver, Schwartz. And that's going to be a nice pickup. 10 yards. 6 on the white die. Converted that to the 0-man column, and that's 1st down yardage. Into the red zone. Browns now 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 18. 2nd 4th down conversion on this drive for Cleveland, who remains 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter here in Cincinnati. Bengals on top, 7-0. Cleveland knocking on the door. In the red zone now, 1st and 10. Nick Chubb settles into the deep eye here. 2 tight end set, back to pass. Brissett, he's looking short, going to tight end Harrison Bryant. And he's flushed out of the pocket. So we've got a little dump pass. This one's going to the tailback. Nick Chubb. And on Chubb's card, he's going to lose a yard. That was a result of receiver. And on the right column, Chubb did not get a good roll. 2nd and 11. Chubb rates B for Yak, but missed that opportunity. Browns keeping 2 tight ends on the field. Here's a screen out to the right side. Defense called run. That's a good call for the offense. 2 flats were doubled, but the other flat has 1 man in it. That's where the Browns are attacking. Only 1 linebacker there, and the defense called run. This screen goes to Nick Chubb, and that's going to be caught, and he's got himself 8 yards. Good pickup. Going to be 3rd and 3 now at the Cincinnati 11. So the Browns, who are 0 for 3 on 3rd down, but have converted a couple of 4th downs to extend this drive already, now facing a 3rd and 3. Bengals used 14 plays to score on their last drive to take that 7-0 lead. This is the 14th play of the drive for Cleveland. In response, Chubb the tail back again. 2 tight end set. Safety up close for Cincy, showing blitz out of the 3-4. Here's a run up the middle to Chubb. Defense calls run. They have 1 linebacker in the zone, so a good call. Little support for that nose tackle there, and it's big support. It was only a 2-yard pickup, but there was a false start. So it was a dead ball foul either way. Back the Browns up. It's now 3rd and 8 at the 16. We've seen Jeff Wendlandt continue to put a linebacker up in that front defensive front to support that nose tackle 0. Again, 6-rated nose, DJ Reader, injured in the opening moments of this game. 3rd and 8 for the Browns. From the Cincinnati 16. 3 wide receivers are splitting out here. Defense looking pass, but it's a draw. Chubb's going to try to pick it up on 3rd and 8. And we've got a 3-yard gain. It was the center looking to make the block. He made it last time, but Posick needed to be a 6. So 3 yards only makes it 4th and 5 at the 13. And that's good enough for Cleveland to bring out the kicker. From the 13-yard line, Cade York kicks it, and it's through. Boy, from that close, it was still only 2 to 8 and 12. He got it nonetheless. And the Browns are on the board at the 13-12 mark of the second quarter. Bengals on top, 7-3. Ensuing kickoff is deep and most likely going to be a touchback as we grab the game number for Giants-Cowboys. NFC action underway now. Indeed, the Bengals did accept the touchback, and they have it 1st and 10 at the 25. And we'll keep an eye here, but it looks like there might be a slight delay, what we call a domestic delay. Looks like Jeff had to go chase the dog for a moment. See, these are things you don't normally hear in an NFL broadcast. Highlights you can only get right here with USFFL action. When the coaches are chasing the dog through the house, you know the pursuit for the Harlan McClain Trophy has hit an all-new level. All right, we're set to go again here. 1st and 10 from the 25. Bengals in their usual 2 tight end set. Cleveland opens once more with the 4-2-5. Here's a 1st down run. Joe Mixon off tackle. And Mixon with a nice pickup of 8 on his card. That's good 1st down yardage. Now 7 carries, 33 yards, and the Bengals 2nd and 2 at the 33. Mixon out. Samaje Perine now in at tailback. Back to pass Burrow, looking deep, and there is an empty zone there. And on his card, it is no good, incomplete, flag on the play. And that's going to be holding against the defense. So that comes with an automatic 1st down. Might have been a good hold, considering there was nobody in the deep zone. 5-yard penalty and a 1st down. Browns now from their own 38. I'm sorry, Bengals from their own 38. First long pass attempt in this game comes in the second quarter. There's a quick slant over the middle. Mitchell Wilcox is the target. And Burrow gets a receiver result, and Mixon, or I should say Mitchell Wilcox, could not capitalize. Not the greatest receiver, missed it on his card. 2nd down and 10. And what have I just missed? Looked like we missed 2 touchdowns in NFC action. I was here just a second ago. It was 0-0, I thought. Let's see. Yeah, in the NFC, we have a couple of field goals for Philly already. And a 55-yard pass, touchdown, Daniel Jones to Richie James. Let's stay here for a second. Richie James with the 55-yard reception for a touchdown in this game has the Giants on top at home against the Eagles, 7-6. Richie James, 6th in the USFFL with a 16.8 per catch average. That average went up after that touchdown reception for sure. Giants now 2nd and 10. Daniel Jones back to pass, and that's going to be no good, incomplete. And I apologize, it incomplete. It was actually a 1-yard loss on a dump off to Darius Slayton. That makes it 3rd and 11. The Giants splitting out 4 wide receivers. Daniel Jones out of the pistol, so a full spread here. Defense out of the nickel. They show blitz. So the Eagle safety creeps up. Here's a little dump pass over the middle. Linebacker in zone, and it's going to be incomplete. There is a penalty. And it's intentional grounding on the Giants, so it makes no matter. Back them up. 4th and 21 now from their own 25, and the Giants are forced to punt to the Eagles. Bad punt. Rolls an 11, 36-yard punt. Fielded at the 39-yard line by Philadelphia. Britton Covey with a return of 5. The Eagles will take over at their own 44. Let's move back to the AFC game now. The Bengals. Drive went nowhere. They're punting on 4th and 22. Punt fielded at the 12-yard line. Fair catch there. I said the 12, I meant the 11. So the Browns trailing 7-3 begin the drive, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Bengals were stopped on that drive on a sack by Taven Bryan. Cleveland, one of the better sack differentials in the USFFL. Now on offense, though, blocking back set this time. That just moves tight end Harrison Bryant from the 2 tight end set into the backfield. Here's a first down pitch out. Nick Chubb. Bengals did call pass, so an opportunity if he can get his wrong column. And he does not. It goes to the Bengals on defense. And on their card, it's just a 3-yard gain. Chubb continues to struggle. 10 carries, 33 yards. Nice break for Cincy. 2nd down and 7. Harrison Bryant back up to the line of scrimmage. 2 tight end set here. Here's a dump pass out to the left side. There is a man in zone. For a second there, I thought otherwise, but there is a man in zone. Bengals vacated 1 flat, but not this one. But a 6 on the white die carries it to the 0-man column nonetheless. Brissett hits Amari Cooper. Pick up a 9. 3rd catch on the game for Cooper. And first down yardage, Browns. Out to their 23 now, so off the shadow of their goal line. Move the sticks, they'll start again. Jake Brisket, 7 of 8 in this game. Bengals currently the 3 seed in the AFC playoff picture. The Browns currently the 6 seed in the AFC playoff picture. So there exists the possibility these two teams will meet again First down, dump off to the tight end Njoku, and he's got it. Pick up a 6 on the play. That one on Brissett's card, 2nd down and 4. Mentioned the Bengals are rated excellent on run defense, but they like to defend the pass in coaching, it looks like, more, because they are 23rd in rush defense, allowing 143 a game. I imagine the Browns might see a few more run calls than what the Bengals normally offer up. Chubb's per carry average today suggests that. 2nd and 4 here. Defense looks run, but this time it's a quick slant. There are 2 men in zone. So the Bengals just looking to get it on their defensive card. But they do not. Jacoby Brissett, he's got his man Njoku, and he's good across the first down yardage and much more. Pick up a 16. Tackled by Von Bell out at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Cleveland. Cleveland now over 100 yards offense in this game so far. 106 to be totaled. Still 7-6 over on the NFC side. Giants ahead of the Eagles. Brissett back to pass. Short. He's got it, man. Amari Cooper with another catch and another first down out to the 44-yard line. Jake Brisket on his card. Caught the Cincy defense looking run. As Brissett, hot coming out of the gate, 10 for 11, 85 yards. Here's a hitch over the middle. Brisket going right back to Amari Cooper, linebacker in zone. And no good, incomplete. Jake gets the only clear incompletion on his card, even on the right column. 2nd and 10. We already mentioned Jacoby Brisket, 4th in the USFFL with a 96.7 QB rate. He's also 3rd in the USFFL at 7.5 yards per pass attempt. And on 2nd and 10, Anthony Schwartz back in the game. 3 wide receivers, 1 halfback. Nevertheless, Bengals stay in the 3-4 on defense. Dump off pass out to the right side. There's a linebacker in zone going to the slot receiver again, and he's got it, but brought down immediately. Sam Hubbard on the tackle. Pickup of just 3, and it's 3rd down and 7 for Cleveland. Now halfway through the second quarter. 7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Cleveland, as we mentioned, 0 for 4 on 3rd down so far. But 2 of those he missed were then converted on 4th down, where they're 2 for 2. 3 wide receivers split out again. 1 halfback. On 3rd down, Bengals now dropping back into the nickel. Big 3rd and 7. Defense looking run, and it is. Pitch out. Nick Chubb, he needs 7. Odds not good on right. Facing an excellent run defense. It does go to the defensive card, and it's going to be a pickup of 5 yards. Defensive end could not make the play, but it's 4th and 2 at the Cincinnati 36, and once again, Cleveland going to go for it. Turning away 2 through 6 and 12. I don't doubt them here. Those odds are no better than this 4th and 2, so they're going to go for it. Chubb, the single setback in the deep eye. 3-4 here from the Bengals. And the Bengals still looking at that 0-rated nose tackle and looking back at that injury early in this game to DJ Reader. Back to pass, Jake Brisket, and he's going to go a dump-off pass over here to Amari Cooper, and a receiver opportunity, and Cooper is brought down. In fact, a 2-yard loss on his card. Terrible roll on that flat pass right column for Amari Cooper. And the Browns converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts, but the Bengals get the stop here. Tackle on the play by Mike Hilton as the Cincy offense is on the field, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. So big stop there. Still 7-3, Bengals on top. Let's head over to New York, where the Eagles are on the shadow of the goal line, 2nd and 2 at the Giants' 6-yard line. Red zone channel bringing us over to the NFC. Defense looking run, back to pass, looking short, and incomplete as Jalen Hurts was trying to hit A.J. Brown on the wrong column. Could not make it. 3rd and 2 at the Giants' 6-yard line. So a big play coming up here. Defense looking pass for the Giants. It's a run up the middle. Kenneth Gainwell, and he's brought down right away. Penalty, though, and it's going to be dead ball penalty. It's on the offense, so wipe away the play. Back them up 5, 3rd and 7. Eagles at the 11-yard line. Gainwell was trying for the touchdown run there. He's had a few of those on the season. He's out now. Miles Sanders back in at tailback on this 3rd and 7 from the Giants' 11. 2 tight ends set for the Eagles. Giants out of a 3-4. Here's a dump pass. 2-men in zone and incomplete. Nice call by Coach Scott Kaplan of the Giants, doubling up the flats at just the right time. And that forces the incompletion. 4th and 7 at the 11. On comes Jason Elliott for the 28-yard field goal attempt. It is up and right through the middle. And the Eagles with a field goal back out on top, 9-7 in New York against the Giants. 7:48 to go before halftime. As we head now back to Cincy, and Joe Mixon with a nice short gain, 10-yard run. Bad roll on the short gain chart, but he'll still take it. 1st down yardage. Cincinnati already out to their 48-yard line. And Mixon doing better on the ground so far today than his opponent, Nick Chubb. And on 1st and 10, Browns pull the safety up close. John Johnson showing blitz. Out of the 4-2-5, here's a button hook pass, empty zone. Joe Mixon the target. And that's going to be a receiver opportunity and incomplete as Mixon can't get the roll. It actually read -3. And with the look in, it just falls harmlessly incomplete. 2nd and 10. We've seen a lot of, let's say, bad rolls on the receiver right column so far tonight. 5:24 remaining before halftime, and Joe Burrow just 4 for 9, 37 yards passing. Definitely unusual. A lot of clock came off as both teams put up a 14-play drive, though. On 2nd and 10, Bengals splitting out 3 wide receivers. Tyler Boyd now into the game. It's an all-out blitz from the Browns, and sniffing it out, Jeff Windlet with a little dump pass over the middle again. Jamar Chase is the target, and Jamar Chase has got it, and he's going to go down the sidelines. He might go, folks, across midfield, down inside the 20, and he's loose to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincy. Snake eyes on the 0-man column, taking advantage of the fall blitz from Cleveland. 52-yard touchdown pass, Burrow to Jamar Chase. As the Bengals extend their lead. Extra point, Evan McPherson is good. And with just over 5 minutes to go before halftime, Cincy up on top of Cleveland, 14-3. Ensuing kickoff, fielded by Jerome Ford and brought out to the 24-yard line. Cleveland will start their next possession right there. Now trailing by 11. Back in New York now, NFC action. Eagles on top, 9-7. And they have the ball back from their own 35. Hurts back to pass. He was looking short, but he's going to have a dump off here. Going to tight end Stoll, and he's got it. That's going to be an 8-yard pickup. Hit the 0-man column on the defensive card. 2nd down and 7 as it was 1st and 15. Both games approaching halftime. Second and 7 for the Eagles. 2 tight end set with Miles Sanders, the tailback. Hurts back to pass. Looking short. And he's going to be forced to scramble. He runs with it. Must run out. And he's got himself yardage. 12-yard pickup. Across midfield now at the Giants' 45-yard line. Hurts already 51 yards rushing here in the first half. Back to pass again. Hurts, and he is going to be brought down. Sack on the play. Dexter Lawrence with a huge loss of 11. And at just the right time, that makes it 2nd and 21. Eagles had just crossed midfield. And we're looking to add to the lead. And a big sack now has them all the way back to their 44-yard line, 2nd and 21. Two tight end set. Back to pass. Hurts again, and no good. He was looking short to A.J. Brown and couldn't make the pass. There's only 2 catches on short pass right for Jalen Hurts, but he does have 4 must runs, so there's still plenty of danger there. 3rd down and 21 Philly. Defense looking pass. Here's an end run. Jalen Hurts needs 21, and he's going to get just 4. So 4th and 17. There were 3 results that are between 20 and 30 yards that could have resulted in that first down, but held to just +4. So 4th and 17, and with 3 minutes left, the Eagles are punting it back to New York. Penalty on the play, dead ball, and back them up. Eagles now punting back from their 43. And Aaron Sipros with the punt. 47-yard punt, and it's going to bounce and roll another 7 on top of that. So that's a 54-yard net, and that's going to pin the Giants all the way back at their 3-yard line. So the Giants, with 2:42 to go before halftime, have the ball at their own 3. Both teams with all 3 timeouts, and you got to think the Giants are going to be looking to run some clock here. 2 tight end set. Saquon Barkley, the tailback. Handoff Barkley off tackle. Defense looking run, and he's going to lose a yard. And that's nothing to scoff at when you're on the shadow of your goal line. 2nd 11 Giants at their own 2. Philly burns their first timeout, stops the clock at the 2:24 mark. So Eagles coach Bruce Mogg looking to use his timeouts perhaps on the plus side of the 2-minute warning. And Coach Scott Kaplan has his Giants in desperate need of a first down from their own 2. Saquon Barkley, 8 carries, 30 yards in this game. 2 tight end set again. Eagles out of the 4-3. Linebackers read 4-0-0 in pass coverage. Might see a dump off here. Barkley does rate A in yak. Defense looking pass, but it's off tackle. Saquon Barkley. So Barkley an opportunity on his wrong column, but it's going to hit the Eagles card instead, and he's brought down with no gain. On the defensive card, it asked for the onside guard, Ben Bredson, to make the block. Needed to be a 6. He wasn't. We've reached the 2-minute warning in New York. Eagles on top 9-7. Giants with the ball, but they're 3rd and 11 at their own 2. So big play here. Giants need a break to get the chains to move once. Help reset the field. Scott Kaplan offensively brings out 2 tight ends again. Saquon Barkley in the end zone in the deep eye. Eagles out of the nickel. So much blitzing here for Philly. You got to be careful about throwing it. And indeed, it's a dump off pass to Daniel Bellinger. Defense called pass. It's going to be good, but just for 6 yards. There's a penalty, though. Holding on the offense. That'll be declined, and it sets up 4th and 5. So the Giants will be punting from their own 8-yard line. Pretty good punt, 50 yards. Across midfield, it fielded at the 42 by Britton Covey. And Covey with a nice return, 15 yards on that one. Across midfield at the Giants' 43-yard line. So the Giants give up a nice return there, and the Eagles will set up shop 1st and 10 at the New York 43. Britton Covey came into the game 6th in the USFFL with an 8.9 punt return average. Good one there. Still 14-3 over here in the AFC side. 1:37 to go before halftime. Bengals with the ball inside their own team on 3rd and 18. Let's stay here. 3 wide receivers for Cincinnati. Burrow out of the shotgun. And how about a 4-1-6 dime showing blitz on a 3rd and 18 for Cleveland? Nothing wrong with that. You just don't see it that often. Here's a square out pass left side to T. Higgins. That's the only place where the linebacker was in zone. That pass is incomplete. Joe Burrow just 5 of 12, 89 yards. And with 1:30 to go here before halftime, the Bengals are punting from their own 13. So an opportunity for Cleveland to perhaps make some noise before halftime. Kevin Huber with a 48-yard punt, and it's going to roll an additional 5 yards. Then a 53, that's going to be all the way back to the 34-yard line, and that is where the Browns will take over 1st and 10 with 1:22. We'll come back. But let's get here a big 3rd and 3 coming up here. Eagles at the Giants' 36-yard line. 1:15 to go before halftime. Miles Sanders, the tailback. 2 tight ends for the Eagles. 3-4 here from the Giants. Defense looking pass, but it's a run. Pitch out. Miles Sanders going around the edge. He's going to want that on his card. And he gets it on his card. And Miles Sanders, another good run. Short gain yardage. Inside the red zone. Brought down at the 18-yard line. Pickup of 18 on the play. Miles Sanders now 11 carries, 80 yards into the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 18, 52 seconds left. Miles Sanders came into the game 4th in the USFFL with 1,439 rush yards and 5th rated at 6.1 per carry. He's averaging 7.3 per carry so far in this one. 1st and 10, defense looking pass. It's a draw. Miles Sanders and nothing doing. Sanders once again went to his card, but did not get the roll. Rolled the 5. Brought down immediately. 2nd and 10 at the 18. Tackle on the play by Dexter Lawrence, his 4th. Eagles had to take their 2nd timeout. They have 1 remaining. 45 seconds left before halftime. 2nd and 10 at the Giants' 18. Sanders out of the deep eye for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts under center. Giants out of the 3-4. Hurts back to pass, looking short, and that's going to be no good, incomplete. Almost rolled the interception. Got an interception split roll. 2-3 are interceptions. He rolled the 4. So 3rd and 10 now, Philly at the Giants' 18. Update in the AFC, 1:15 remaining. 1st and 5, Browns at the Cleveland 39. $37 seconds left before halftime for Philadelphia, trying to get on the board here. They have 1 timeout, 3rd and 10, though, at the Giants' 18. Defense looks pass. It's a draw, and nothing doing. Nice stop. Miles Sanders got it on his card again. On second down, he rolled a 5. On third down, he rolled a 6. That's a 1 yard combined on those two plays. Eagles let the clock roll. 4th and 9 at the 17 of New York, all the way down to 8 seconds. Here comes the field goal attempt. From 34 yards, it is up and good for Jason Elliott. And that'll leave just 1 second on the clock. Eagles on top of New York, 12-7. And an onside kick falls harmlessly. Covered up, and we go to halftime. Eagles 12-7 on the road at half. And honestly, the Eagles have outgained the Giants in this game, 263-95. Giants have a 55-yard touchdown from Daniel Jones to Richie James, and only 40 yards of net offense aside from that. And we'll come back and see that one again in a second. Giants making the most of whatever yardage they've put up. Back in the AFC, 45 seconds left before halftime. Brown, 2nd and 3. Off tackle Nick Chubb, and he's got just enough for that first down, 3 yards on the play. 1st and 10 now for Cleveland at the Cincy 44. And Cleveland needs to get even just a field goal to cut it to a 1-score game. 30 seconds remain. Cleveland has 1 timeout. Nick Chubb starting to heat up a little bit. He was struggling early. Now 17 carries, 74 yards. Jake Brisket had spiked the ball on the prior play, so it's 2nd and 10. They're at the 44. Field goal range begins at the 41 for Cade York. Browns come out in a blocking back set. Jeff Wood has his Bengals out of the nickel. Defense looking pass, but it's a run. Draw right up the middle. Nick Chubb goes to the defensive card, and that's going to be good for 7. That'll make it 3rd and 3. And the Cleveland Browns take their final timeout. So 3rd and 3 at the 37 of Cincy. Browns now have no timeouts, 22 seconds remaining. From right here, this is still a 2 through 6 and 12. They need to get to the 32. If they can get a first down, it improves to a 2 through 8 and 12. 3 wide receivers splitting out again for Cleveland. Nickel set from the defense. Let's see what Coach Dan Marin has in mind here on 3rd and 3. 0 for 6 on 3rd downs so far in the game. For Cleveland, they're looking for their first conversion. Bengals looking pass, but it's a run. Off tackle again, Nick Chubb. So he's not going to be able to stop the clock if he doesn't. You're not going to be able to spike it anyway. I wouldn't think, because it'll be 4th down. Here's the run, and it's going to be a pickup of just 2 yards. And he's got the exact problem I was concerned about. Onside end couldn't make the block on the defensive card. 4th and 1, and he can do a hurry up with 1 second left, and that's about it. He can't spike it. And if he hurries up, he's not going to be able to kick the field goal. So bad break for Cleveland. It's got the Browns in a rough spot. He took a chance. It's just fine if he can get the first down and spike it. And you would sure think on an off tackle to Nick Chubb, you'd get it. But that's not the break he got. Bengals coach commenting that your kicker's got the leg, but I don't think he realizes that he can't set up for the field goal here. No timeouts. Can't spike it. All he can do is do a hurry up and then call a play from scrimmage here on 4th and 1. This one, a defensive struggle as we're right before halftime. Neither team with 170 yards of offense. 10 first downs apiece. And so now the hurry-up offense, they run up. They can't get the kicker on the field. Browns with a 4th and 1 at the Cincy 35. I'd expect he's going deep here. Defensive penalty would give him everything he needs to get a field goal off here, as it would stop the clock, force another down. I don't think the Bengals are a penalty team. I don't think they commit a lot of penalties. But anything's possible here. Bengals up 14-3, trying to protect that lead. We're set out of the shotgun. Here comes a screen to Nick Chubb. There is a man in zone, and that pass is incomplete. As we come to the end of the first half in in Cincinnati, where the home team, the Bengals, are on top, 14-3. We'll come back here in a second. Let's get over to the NFC, where we are already into third quarter action. Eagles with the first drive of the second half, couple of first downs, but turned it over on 4th down in Giants territory at the 44. So the Giants with a defensive stand, and we pick it up there now. Off tackle, Saquon Barkley, and he's got himself a short gain. Pick up a 13. Across midfield to the 43 of Philadelphia. Nice break there for the Giants, as Eagles defensive coordinator Bruce Mogg called run on the play, and Barkley got a short gain on his card on right at 11. Another first down run, Barkley, this time on wrong column, and he's got 5 yards. 2nd and 5. The Eagles with a massive yardage advantage in this game, but the Giants still very much in it. Eagles safety up close, showing blitz. They guess pass, and it's going to be an off-tackle run, and Saquon Barkley, 5 more yards, move the sticks. Back-to-back 5-yard carries for Saquon Barkley. Now at the Philly 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Field goal range at the 33 is a 2 through 7, 11, and 12. And just 1 yard away from 2 through 10, so a great card for Graham Gano. The Giants are thinking touchdown. Off tackle Barkley, and just 1 yard on that play. That one on the wrong column. Bad roll for Coach Kaplan. 2nd and 9. Daniel Jones back to pass. He is looking short. Richie James is his target, but he's going to scramble with it instead. And he's got room around the right side, and he's brought down with a pick of a 10. First down yardage. Now at the Philly, 22-yard line. Eagles with more than double the yardage and no turnovers. But the Giants 22 yards away from taking the lead here. Defense looking pass and run to the quarterback, and Daniel Jones with a gain of 6. Probably was expecting the key on Barkley. Defense was looking pass. 2nd and 4. Now in the red zone at the 16. Safety is free. Jones back to pass, looking for a dump over the middle to his tight end, I believe, Daniel Bellinger. Yes, he is indeed the tight end. And there's going to be sack on the play. The blitz is through, even on the little dump off. And a fumble. Jones drops the ball. It's loose, and it is going to be recovered by the Giants. Picked up, and they're going to run with it, and they get 3 yards. Sack on the play by Fletcher Cox for a loss of 2. Fumble picked up by the Giants and return 3 yards. So we now have 3rd and 3 for New York at the Philadelphia 15-yard line. Daniel Jones just 4 of 12, 65 yards passing. Wow. 3rd and 3, short yardage from the defense, but it's a little quick out pass and incomplete as it went to the defensive card and found a soft spot on the Philly card. 4th and 3 at the 15. And Scott Kaplan's going to play conservative, get that field goal on the board, and Graham Gano, whistles it in. Hit the 10 on a 2 through 10, but got it nonetheless. And that cuts into the lead. Eagles now on top 12-10 at the 5:42 mark of the third quarter. Ensuing kickoff. Boston Scott, a nice return out across the 30 and brought down at the 40. 35-yard return on the play for Boston Scott, who came into the game ranking 7th at 25.9 per kick return. 2 returns and a 31.5 average for him in this one. So the Eagles with great field position now, 1st and 10 at their own 40. Hurts back to pass, and he's going to be forced to scramble with it and pick up a 4. 2nd down and 6. Boy, that must-run card for Jalen Hurts drops off fast. Reading from the top, 42, 23, 12, 11, and then 8. You got your first downs at 2 through 6. After that, 2, 1, 0, -2, and fumble -3. So with only 2 completions on short pass right, it's not always bad to force him to that must run. Tough call, 2nd and 6 play. Defense looking for the run, but it's a short pass, and it's going to be caught. Dallas Goedert. First down yardage into New York territory at the 42. Hurts on his card, hit receiver on the wrong column, and Dallas Goedert made good on that. His 5th catch in this game, 66 yards receiving. Still 14-3 in the AFC. Bengals over the Browns. We'll keep an eye. Miles Sanders with a 6-yard run, but it's going to be brought back. False start on the offense. So 1st and 15, Philadelphia here. They're up by 2 points. And on 1st and 15, here's a draw up the middle to Miles Sanders, and he's going to get nothing. Brought down immediately, but a flag for face mask. So the Giants commit a big penalty here, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Philly down at the 32. 4th penalty of the game for New York, 35 penalty yards. Hurts back to pass, looks short again, no good, incomplete. On his card, there is a penalty. I said penalty and I meant injury. That's going to be to the Eagles, offensive right guard, Isaac Ciobolo. He is a right guard with a run block 5 and a pass block 3. And that is without depth, replaced by a 0-0. There's a draw up the middle, and Miles Sanders has got himself 4 yards. Not the best on his wrong column, but it's 3rd down and 6 at the Giants' 28. Miles Sanders, 17 carries and 91 yards. Third and 6, Miles Sanders stays in the game at tailback. Eagles just 1 for 8 on 3rd downs today. Giants 1 for 7. So neither team doing good in that situation. This a 3rd and 6. Hurts back to pass. He looks short. Defense did call pass. Goes to the defensive card. And a receiver opportunity, no good, as A.J. Brown with a pretty good card misses his numbers. 4th and 6 at the 28. It's a field goal attempt from Philly. 2 through 7, 11, and 12. Jake Elliott, it is up. And it is good. A big kick, as it was not exactly automatic. 8, 9, 10 were all potential misses, but he got the field goal. And the Eagles are back up by 5 points, 15-10. Here's a kick return. Nice one for the Giants. Gary Brightwell, 38-yard return on the Eagles. Defensive special teams card. Giants with good field position of their own now. They'll start this drive 1st and 10 at their own 43. They trail 15-10, late 3rd quarter. Here's a 1st down pitch out to Saquon Barkley, and he's got room around the edge. 1st down yardage for 15. That on the defensive card for a split roll of 2 through 8 and 12. He got the first down. Philly defense against the run is average to good, but not on that play. 1st and 10 now at the Philly 42. Daniel Jones back to pass, and he's going to be dump off over the middle to Barkley, who gets it for 6, 2nd and 4. Nice call by the defense as Coach Bruce Mogg double-teamed Daniel Jones, or I should say double-teamed Barkley successfully. And on Daniel Jones' card, he still got the 6-yard completion. And there haven't been many of those for Jones, 5 of 14 in the game. 2nd and 4. Here's a pitch out. Barkley goes around the edge, and he's got 3 yards, but a penalty and a face mask on Philly. So just like Philly was aided with a face mask on their last drive, the Giants just got a face mask of their own, and they are now in the Philly red zone just like that. A nice kick return, and then a face mask, and just that fast, Giants 1st and 10 at the Philly 18. Nickel blitz shown here by the Eagles. And here's a square into Isaiah Hodgins and an incomplete pass as Coach Bruce Mogg double-teamed with the safety, the right receiver again. I've seen plenty of those from Mogg tonight. Part of why Daniel Jones is just 5 for 15 for 71 yards. That's not good, especially as we're approaching the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 10, Eagles defense looks pass. Here's the off tackle, and Barkley again goes to the defensive card. He got 5 yards, but there's a penalty, and it is against Philly for offside. So they'll save Barkley's carry, take the penalty. Giants 2nd and 5 at the Philly 13. Jones back to pass. It's a dump-off pass, and another good call by Mogg. He didn't double-team, but he put 2 men in the correct flat. Nevertheless, it goes to the offensive card, and it's going to be a 1-yard loss. Richie James could not do anything with his yak opportunity. 3rd and 6. Injury on the play to Darius Slayton, wide receiver for the Giants. Slayton will be available should this game go to overtime. So a big 3rd down here for New York. Both teams terrible in 3rd down so far. Eagles safety showing blitz out of the 4-3. Back to pass. He's going to be forced to scramble. Daniel Jones around the edge. Let's see how far he gets. He's brought down after 6. A 1st down exactly. Measurement validated. He got enough. 22 yards rushing for Jones in the game on 4 carries. That's a big one. 1st and goal now. Giants at the 8. Daniel Jones back to pass. Looks short and incomplete. Pass intended for Lawrence Cager, and that went to the defensive card and got an interception split roll. Missed the 2 through 4 and 12. 2nd and goal at the 8. Now into the 4th quarter here in New York. Giants trail by 5 at the 14:06 mark. But they're 2nd and goal at the 8. Defense looking pass, safety up close, looking blitz. It's going to be a run. Barkley up the middle on his card. Good for 5. 3rd and goal at the 3-yard line. Giants converted 1 3rd down. They're going to need another. 3rd and goal at the 3. Full house formation. Matt Breida joins Barkley in the backfield. 4-3 blitz here from the Eagles. Run blocking up the middle is 4-0-4, not the best. The key is on Matt Breida, so they're looking run. It's a pass. Looking in to hit Barkley, and no good, incomplete. To the defensive card it went, and double sixes was the roll. The long game was on 11. Incomplete, 4th and goal at the 3. And once again, the Eagles defense stiffens up in the red zone and forces a field goal from the Giants. A 20-yard field goal attempt is good by Graham Godot. And with 12:54 to go here in the 4th quarter, Eagles on top by 2 points, 15-3. We'll come back for the finish of that one quickly because that one's getting close. But an update quickly here. Cincy is starting to take control in this one. Looks like they had a pick six from linebacker Trey Hendrickson, an 11-yard interception return, and that has the Bengals out in front now, 21-3. Jake Briskett's interception, the game's only turnover. We'll keep an eye on this one. Let's head back to the NFC. Off tackle Miles Sanders, and he's got himself a short gain. A nice pickup as he hit the box as well on the defensive card. 23-yard pickup for Miles Sanders. Miles now 18 carries, 114 yards. The Eagles as a team now 184 yards rushing in the game. Defense looking run here. Short pass. That's caught. Jalen Hurts hits A.J. Brown. Pick up a 12. Eagles now 1st and 10 at the 40. Pitch out. Miles Sanders going for the edge. He's going to get 6 yards. Penalty on the play. And the Giants again flag for a personal foul. And that will move the Eagles into the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. So the Giants desperately needed to hold them to a field goal attempt here again. Eagles out of the 2 tight end set. Hurts back to pass. He looks short, and it's incomplete. He's going after A.J. Brown again. Hurts couldn't find it on his card. 2nd and 10. Mentioned the Eagles have 184 yards rushing in this game. They come in as the 2nd-ranked team on the ground, 175 a game. Here we go again. Defense looking pass. It's a pitch out. Miles Sanders around the edge. He's got room. He's got the corner. Let's see how far he goes. Inside the 5 and brought down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, Philadelphia at the 2-yard line. Full house backfield. Kenneth Gainwell is in the backfield. And here's the run to Gainwell up the middle. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. As they extend to a 2-score lead. If they get the extra point, it is 21-13. Jake Elliott with the extra point here. That is up, and he shakes it. It was blocked, actually. Blocked to keep it a 1-score game. The Giants recover that, and let's see how he can get on this return. You don't see these go the distance very often. Here comes the return of that blocked punt, and it does indeed go nowhere. But that's a huge blocked extra point attempt as it keeps it to an 8-point lead for Philly and a 1-score game. Big miss for Jake Elliott. And another return for Gary Brightwell. Brightwell with his 2nd consecutive 38-yard kick return. Taking advantage of the porous special teams for the Eagles. That kick return has the Giants all the way out to the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Just under 10 minutes remains in this one. Here's an off-tackle run, and Barkley with a 1st down and more. 15 yards for Saquon Barkley. That was 5 on the defensive card, and he had the box as well that he took advantage of. Lots of symmetry going on in these dueling drives. 1st and 10 now at the Philly 36. Defense looks past, but it's run. Again, Saquon Barkley, and this time just 2 yards. That one on the defensive card, brought down. AFC update, the Bengals have added a field goal. 6 minutes left, 3rd quarter. They're up 24-3. So Coach Dan Marin and his Browns running out of time. 2nd and 8 back here in the NFC. Here's a screen to Saquon Barkley and another great double team by Coach Bruce Mogg defensively. Incomplete. And that avoided a yak opportunity for an A-rated yak player. Another great call by Coach Bruce Mogg. He's got those double teams working. And it shows. Daniel Jones, 6 of 19 for 70 yards. Jones right back at it. Button hook to Barkley again, and it is again incomplete, this time on the defensive card. And Jones now 6 for 20, 70 yards. Daniel Jones came into this game third in the USFFL with a 97.0 QB rate. He is struggling. Fourth and 8, and the Giants at the Philly 34. They're going to go for this. That's interesting. 8 minutes, 6 seconds left. I get it. Fourth and 8. 3 wide receivers are going to split out here for New York. Daniel Jones out of the pistol. Saquon Barkley beside him. That is a lot of blitz pressure to stare down here on 4th and 8. Eagles among the sack leaders. Daniel Jones back to pass. And indeed, he is looking short. He avoids the blitz, and he's got a pass. It's caught. 10-yard gain. Daniel Jones in the clutch on 4th and 8. Hits it on his card. He hasn't had many completions, but he got a clutch one there. Move the sticks. Giants 1st and 10 at the 24. And bookmark that play at the 7:48 mark. Off tackle, Saquon Barkley, and nothing doing. Barkley on his wrong column. Roll to 5. That goes nowhere. 2nd and 10. Three wide receivers now in there. Two halfbacks. Defense looks pass. It is going to be a run off tackle, and Barkley gets 4 more. So 3rd down and 6. 6.5 minutes remaining here in New York. Giants trail by 8. They converted a little bit ago a 4th and 8 to extend this drive. On 3rd and 6, there's a pass call on the defense, but it's a run. End run. Daniel Jones is going to try to pick it up around the edge to his card, and Daniel Jones has got it. He's got the short gain. Is there any containment? I don't think so. Let's see, and it is indeed containment. Hassan Reddick brings him down 2 yards short. So 4th and 2 at the Philly 16. 6 minutes, 18 seconds remain, and the Giants, once again, they're going to go for it on 4th down. New York converted the 4th down earlier on this drive. They're going to try to do it again. 2 tight end set. Barkley the tailback. I don't like the playmakers outside of Barkley as I'm looking at this team. Eagles out of the 4-3. Big 4th and 2 coming up. Defense looks pass. It's a run. Daniel Jones going again with it around the edge on his card. And Daniel Jones has got himself a 1st down inside the 10, brought down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, New York, as they convert their 2nd 4th down on this drive. Tenth play of the drive. Here's a pitch out to Barkley, and he's going to be brought down right away. A loss of 1 as Coach Bruce Mogg keyed him there. Second and goal at the 8. Giants out of the 2 tight end set. Eagles show a nickel here. Safety up close showing blitz. Thinking we might see a run again here. Defense looking run, but it's a pass. Daniel Jones with an opportunity. Looked for a short pass and a defender opportunity incomplete. That pass intended for Cager, and Kaiser White made the stop. White die of 4. Made it pretty easy. So here comes 3rd and goal Giants at the 8-yard line. They're down by 8 points, 21-13. 5:24 remains here in the 4th quarter. Three wide receivers, 1 halfback. Saquon Barkley in the deep eye. 4-2-5 blitz shown here by the Eagles. Daniel Jones back to pass. He is indeed looking short. To the defensive card it goes, and that ball's caught. Richie James has got it, his 2nd touchdown of the game. And that's going to make it 21-19. Just over 5 minutes remains. And here comes a 2-point conversion to try to tie it up. Coach Scott Kaplan going to split out 3 wide receivers here, 1 halfback. Eagles coach showing the 4-2-5. Defense call is run. It is off tackle. Barkley to the defensive card it goes, and he's in there. Successful 2-point conversion. And we are all knotted up at 21 here in New York. Eagles and Giants. The Eagles have outgained the Giants 372 to 218. Nevertheless, they've got their hands full in a divisional matchup here. First and 10 Eagles at their own 28-yard line. Eagles come into the game 2 games behind the San Francisco 49ers for the 1 seed. Hurts back to pass. He's got it. A.J. Brown has a 13-yard pickup. 5th catch of the day for Brown. Eagles first and 10 out to the 41-yard line. NFC East action coming down to the wire. There's a first down, quick out to Dallas Goedert. Nice call for the Eagles as the all-out blitz was on. No linebackers in zone. It's going to be a yak opportunity, though, and a good pickup. Dallas Goedert takes advantage of that with his A-rated yak. That's good for a 13-yard pass play. Goedert now 6 catches and 79 yards in the game. Across midfield, Eagles now at the Giants' 46-yard line. 3:36 remaining. And the Browns are in the end zone, and they've got a touchdown. And that cuts it to a 13-point game as the 4th quarter kicks off. So the Browns get the touchdown necessary to stay in it. And we will come back here for the end of that one soon. But right now, the NFC action is where we're at. First and 10, here's a dump-off pass for Jalen Hurts. And it's going to go to a 0-man column. Nice break. Out of bounds inside the 35 at the Giants' 33-yard line. That one to Miles Sanders, his first catch of the game. Now at the Giants' 33, first and 10. Again, Jake Elliott gets a 2-through-10 field goal once he gets to the 22. He's getting close. Defense looking run. Here's a little dump pass to Dallas Goedert. And he's got the catch, and he's got good yardage inside the 20, inside the 10, and brought down at the 4-yard line. Pickup of 29. Goedert gets snake eyes on flat pass wrong. And the Eagles are now first and goal at the 4. Defense looking run for the Giants. Here it comes. Gainwell up the middle, and he's brought down, stuffed with a 1-yard loss. Gainwell earlier got a touchdown run. That was his 17th on the season. He ranks 2nd in the USFFL behind Lenny Fournette. Second and goal at the 5, just before the 2-minute warning. Eagles, full house formation now. Giants and Eagles tied at 21. Defense looking run, and it is pitch out. Miles Sanders, linebacker in zone, and he beats the linebacker, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Miles Sanders with a 4-yard gain. And at the 2-minute warning, we've got a big 3rd and goal. Eagles at the 1. And with only 2 minutes left, Giants desperately need to keep them out here. Full house formation for Philly. Here comes the tushy push. Giants out of the 3-4. Gainwell and Sanders. The key is on the quarterback, but it's Gainwell up the middle on his card. He's in there. Touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell with his 18th rushing touchdown of the year has got the Eagles out on top again. Jake Elliott with the extra point. It is good. There is laundry on the field. And it's against New York. Eagles will kick off from the 40, and we have a touchback. And with 1:45 remaining and all 3 timeouts, the Giants, trailing by 7 at home, take over possession at their 25. We'll stick here till the end before we look again at the AFC. Back to pass, looking deep and incomplete. Daniel Jones on his card. Only completion is on a snake eyes when the defense guesses pass, and they did. 2nd down and 10. Three wide receivers on the field, 1 halfback. Jones out of the pistol. Pickle here from the Eagles. Back to pass, and he's going to be brought down. Sack on the play. Hassan Reddick. Loss of 8. 3rd down and 18 at the 17. Clock runs down to 1:15 and counting. 3 wide receivers back on the field again for Philly. Daniel Jones back to pass, but he is going to scramble with it, actually. It's an end-run call. I said pass. He's not. It's a called end run. And Jones on his card has got himself a short gain and good yardage. He's going to be close, and he's going to be almost. He's brought down 2 yards short. It is 4th and 2, New York. Nice run on 3rd and 18. Picks up 16 because of containment. It should have been 17. We'll see if that yard matters. It is 4th and 2, New York at their own 33. Only 1:07 remains, but they do still have all 3 timeouts. Defense looks pass. Here's an off tackle. Saquon Barkley. Going to want that on his card, and he gets it on his card. And Barkley's got room. He's across the 50, inside the 40, inside the 35 to the 31 of Philly. Pickup of 36 as Barkley nabs the double sixes in a clutch moment. 45 second shows on the clock as both coaches let the clock run. That surprises me. Giants saving all 3 timeouts. First and 10 at the 31. Here's the call. Defense looking pass. It's off tackle. Barkley again. This time just 1 yard. And I would think he's going to call timeout, and he does. Now 37 seconds remaining. 2nd and 9, Giants at the Philly 30. 2 timeouts. Still plenty of time to get the tying touchdown here. Still wondering about that timeout usage. And we can start asking the question, if he does get the touchdown, does he go for 2 in the win? I think he might. Daniel Jones back to pass. And he's looking short, and it is going to be incomplete to Richie James, almost intercepted. Danger zone there as he hit the 9 on the 3-man column for Philly. 2 through 4 pick, rolls the 5. 30 seconds on the clock. It's 3rd and 9 for the Giants at the Philly 30. Wow, Daniel Jones still has 7 rushes before his fatigue level. So the Eagles have that to worry about. 3 wide receivers split out. Defense looking pass. It's going to be up at the screen. Tailback, Barkley, right side. 0-man column, but it does hit receiver, and a bad break, just +1. Oh, bad break for the Giants. 6 on the wide die. Carried that to the 0-man column. He ended up rolling receiver, bad break number 1, and then a +1 only. And with 22 seconds left, Giants take their 2nd timeout. 1 timeout remaining, 22 seconds. Giants with a 4th and 8 at the Eagles 29. 3 wide receivers, pistol formation. Barkley the tailback. Nickel here from the Eagles. Jones back to pass. He is looking short. And on his card, must run. He needs 10, and he's going to be brought down with a 5-yard gain. Not enough, but a penalty. And it is illegal procedure, dead ball foul. Wipe out the play. That's the good news for New York, since it would have been a turnover on downs. The bad news is they lose 5 yards. Clock remains the same at 22 seconds. 4th and 13 at the Philly 34. This is a tough pickup. It's got to be tempting to go for that run to Daniel Jones again. 3 wide receivers. Barkley the halfback. Daniel Jones out of the pistol. That opens up the run. Nickel defense here shown by Bruce Mogg and the Eagles. Let's see what Scott Kaplan has in mind for this big 4th and 13. If you think that safety's coming up, you might think about going deep too. You are short on time. And indeed, he goes deep. It looks like the safety is still back there, I think, from what I can tell he is. But the safety's double teaming and not on the right person. That might be an open zone. It's a receiver opportunity, and that ball's caught. A pickup of 25. Isaiah Hodgins needed an 11 or 12 for that to be incomplete, and he makes the catch at the 9. Wow. 4th and 13, and the Giants converted again. The New York Giants are 4 for 4 on 4th downs. They have one timeout. They could spike it. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 9. If they spike it, it's 8 seconds left. They spike it. 2nd and goal at the 9. 8 seconds remains. They've got one timeout, so you could run it here. Ultimately, you've got 2 shots at this. Dramatics here at the end of the game. 3 wide receivers have split out here again for the Giants. Hodgkins in the slot. Nickel blitz shown here by the Eagles. Barkley the tailback. Here comes the play call. Defense looking pass. End run Daniel Jones. He's going for the edge. He wants it on his card. Jones goes to the defensive card with it, and the defensive end is going to make a stop. A 1-yard loss on the play. We are down to 1 second. He did get out of bounds. Not that it matters. Giants hold that timeout. 1 second remains. Giants at home trail by 7. They are 3rd and goal at the 10-yard line. Three wide receivers, 1 halfback. Jones out of the pistol. His end run limit is reached. So unless you think he's going to do an inside run draw to Barkley, here comes a 3rd and goal pass. Eagles 3-3-5 showing the blitz. Safety up close. Giants looking for a final play miracle. Daniel Jones back to pass, avoids the blitz, and he throws it, and it's incomplete. The game is over. He was targeting Richie James. And on his card, Daniel Jones rolls the 10 and misses it, and the Eagles hold on and get the division win over the Giants. Final score, 28-21. Coaches congratulating one another on a good game. We'll pull the box score up, so we'll have that win if we need it. Let's close that box. It's not letting me close. No problem. Let's get back to Cleveland. See what's going on there. Under 7 minutes. Browns trail by 19. They are near the goal line, but I think that looks to me like probably too little too late. They're still going to be like 2 touchdowns behind even if they get this. And a 4-yard pickup. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Browns at the 3. So a big win for Philly, as we just saw, as they improved to 10-3 on the year. The Giants go from 5-7 to 5-8. Tough loss. as not only does that hurt them in the playoff race, but it is also the loss that eliminates them from the Coach of the Year tournament. I looked that up prior to the game. Browns 3rd and goal at the 3. Defense calls run for the Bengals. It's a run up the middle. Chubb, he's in there. He's got it on his card on the right column. A touchdown. 27 carries for Nick Chubb in the game, 136 yards. That makes it 30-17. I guess if you go for 2, and that's what they're going to do, you could cut it to 11, and that might make it a little easier. Now 6 minutes remaining to think about that being your 2-score opportunity. Browns out of the full house for this 2-point conversion attempt. Here we go. Pitch out. Kareem Hunt around the edge, and he's going nowhere. Brought down 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So that'll keep the score at Bengals 30, Browns 17, a 13-point lead. 6 minutes to go. Here comes the onside kick, and the Browns have it. They have recovered the onside kick. 2, 3, 11, and 12. They roll the 3, and the Browns take over at the 50. So hold your horses, everybody. Game not over yet. Browns need 2 touchdowns, 5:42, and 3 timeouts remaining. Dan Marin has his offense out of the 2 tight end set. Saw that much of the first half. Bengals looking pass. It's a pitch out and going to be a 3-yard gain. Nick Chubb wanted it on his card, couldn't get it, and instead ran into the teeth of an excellent rated defense. 2nd down and 7. Neither quarterback over 200 yards passing yet. Chubb is out. Kareem Hunt in for this 2nd and 7 play. Bengals still in the nickel. And it's a run call into a pass defense. Pitch out Kareem Hunt around the edge, and he's got good yardage. And he's up near the sticks. Pick up a 7. That's just enough for a 1st down. Now at the Cincinnati 40-yard line. Thing about the run game is the clock keeps ticking. Now under 5 minutes, 4:48. Tick, tick. After picking up the 1st down, Kareem Hunt will stay in at tailback here. Bengals looking to get their 10th win to keep pace with the Chiefs for the 2 seed. Chiefs had the tiebreak, beat the Bengals last week. And here's an inside run just to pick up a 2. Kareem Hunt on his wrong column. He's only got a short gain and a plus 21. In that wrong column to capitalize on. I think if you're going to run it up the middle, I think you need Chubb in there at this point with just 4 minutes, 12 seconds remaining. But on 2nd and 8, Kareem Hunt stays in. Defense looking pass. It's another run. Off tackle, Kareem Hunt on his card. Here he's got a couple of short gains, and he grabs one. Nice pickup for Kareem Hunt. All the way down to the 20-yard line. Pickup of 18 yards. Browns have been very patient with the run today. 228 yards on the ground. 139 of that from Nick Chubb. 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 20 now. And they will again stay with Kareem Hunt. Coach Jeff Winlett keeps the nickel defense out there. And once again, a run into a pass defense, but nothing doing. Kareem Hunt with a loss of 4. Defense called pass, but that's what happens when you have an excellent rated run defense and have a linebacker in zone and get the roll. So 2nd and 14 at the Cincy 24, and now only 3 minutes remains. Still all 3 timeouts for Cleveland, but I think you got to think about throwing it here a little bit. Nick Chubb back in the game in the deep eye on 2nd and 14. Here's the play call. It's an inside run draw. Chubb up the middle, and he's going to get himself 7 yards on the defensive card. The center made the block. Ethan Posick. Heard his name called on a few blocks today. Clock runs all the way down to 2:24. So the way Cleveland has played this particular drive with almost exclusively run calls tells me that they've already conceded they're going for that onside kick again. Tough odds hitting 2 of those in a row. We'll see. 3rd and 7 here at the Cincy 17-yard line. So the safety's truly free now. 3-3-5 nickel from the Bengals. Defense calls run, and it is off tackle Chubb, and it's going to be a 1-yard loss, setting up a 4th and 8. Rolled a 5 on Chubb's card, so even if that had been on wrong, that run was going nowhere. And we'll see if anybody calls a timeout. If they don't, we're going to hit the 2-minute warning. It's 4th and 8, and looks like maybe the Browns are deciding if they want to call a timeout. I don't know. Let's see. Could they be? They can't be considering a field goal here, so. Coach Dan Marin staring at a 4th and 8. Coach Dan Marin requesting that the hurry up not be forced to wait until the 2-minute warning. I thought that the hurry up is good inside of 5 minutes. That being said, I'm sure I'm wrong, as the other coach agrees as well. So here comes our big play. 2-minute warning. Browns trail by 13. They do have all 3 timeouts, but they face a 4th and 8 at the Cincy 18. If they can get the 8 yards, get in the end zone, we'll be having an onside kick. 3 wide receivers split out. Brissett out of the shotgun. Chubb is the tailback, but he is at fatigue level 1. On 4th and 8, I think if he's going to Chubb, that would have to be in the flat. B-rated yak, I don't think you're doing that. It's got to be a short pass here. The Eagles have a couple of blitzers on the outside. Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson are 10 and 11. Back to pass, looking short. He's going to the tight end. Good call. The receivers were doubled. So Jake Brisket needs 8 yards here. Looking short to his tight end. 4th and 8. We await the dice. The pass is off, and it's going to be a must run. He needs 8. And Jake Brisket is going to be brought down short. Pick up a 5 yards. And the Bengals, there are no flags. The Bengals take over. Bengals at home now up 13 points. 1:52 remains. They have the ball at their own 13. And that is probably going to do it. Browns do have 3 timeouts, but they're still 2 touchdowns behind. Here comes a first down sneak. Pick up a 3 for Joe Burrow. Cleveland takes their first time out. It's 2nd and 7. Bengals in the full house again. Off tackle Joe Mixon into a short yardage defense. Goes to the defensive car to Mixon. He's got himself a hole, and he's through for a first down. 15-yard run out across the 30 to the 31. 1st and 10. That should do it. The clock runs down to 1 minute. Cleveland does not take a timeout. It looks like the Bengals are going to get out of here with a big win. Joe Burrow takes a knee. No timeout. We're down to 15 seconds. And it is all but the final clock to tick away for us, fellas. The Bengals are going to win this one at home. Final score over Cleveland, 30-17. We'll take a moment here and wrap this one up as well. Let's get the coaches invited in case either of them want to debrief. Cleveland actually outgained them in this one, 371 to 283, although I'd say very possible. A lot of that is letting him run into a prevent defense. That's what we saw down the stretch. Jake Brisket, an off night. He is among the league leaders in QB rating, only a 68.2 in this one. Good completion percentage, but only 144 yards, no TDs, 1 interception, bad game. Same as well for Joe Burrow, who leads the league in pass yardage, but only had 195 passing yards in this one. Bengals improved to 10-3, I should say, on the year. Nick Chubb led all receivers with 6 catches, but only 33 yards receiving. Jamar Chase had a 52-yard touchdown, and on the strength of that, led all receivers with 62 yards on just 2 catches. Take away that 52-yard touchdown, there's no receiver with more than 40 yards in this game. So a defensive struggle for sure, at least early on. Let's go ahead and let's update some of the standings from tonight's action. We'll keep an eye as we do that, see if coaches want to pop in. Bengals have won the night. They will improve to 10-3. Browns, like the Broncos, last night they lose. Both teams fall to 7-6. That still secures them a playoff spot right now. But as you can see, the Jags are still to play. They could tie them. That might knock somebody out. And whether that happens or not, look at all these teams just really knocking on the doorstep. So that's going to be a great race there. NFC action, the Eagles got their win. They improve to 10-3 as well. Keeps them within a game of the 49ers. And the Giants fall to 5-8. And as I referenced earlier, if you were listening at that point, the Giants are now officially eliminated from Coach of the Year contention. So if they're playing in the postseason, Scott Kaplan is going to need to get back into this wild card hunt. Doesn't look like we have any coaches, but it looks like we've got both of these updated. So I think it's time for us to go ahead and get on out of here. Your finals again tonight. The Browns lose on the road in Cincy, and the Eagles win on the road in New York. That's going to do it. More action coming up later as the USFFL rolls on.